Howdy there. So the other night I saw Uncle Boonmee, who can recall his past lives. I was very excited to see this film. It won Best Picture at the Cannes Film Festival in 2010. So I think I was basically excited to see, primarily for that reason. The film is from Thailand. I also have many friends and family from Thailand, so I was also interested to get a glimpse into their film culture and the scenery and landscape of their homeland. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Basically, it boils down to, I mean, I realize this is March, but it's the best movie I've seen this year. It's absolutely beautiful. The reason I didn't record it like the day after I watched it is because I wanted to think about it some more. I didn't want to give it a 10 right away because I hate just handing out 10s, which is a perfect score, and I don't know, perfection I still don't think exists, but I at least have to give it a 9. It's really good. It demands repeat viewings, so I almost want to not offer an opinion until I can see it again, because it's very complex, but I think you're not supposed to get hung up in the complexity. I wish I knew any names to tell you. I don't know any of the actors. I'm not familiar with any of the actors. I have a feeling that some of them weren't actors. I don't know. It was very natural. They just let things unfold, and I would not be surprised if the people in the film weren't professional actors. Perhaps just locals. It seemed that way to me. But that's just the feel of the film. It's very real. And it's very surreal. The director, I think this is his 4th film. Again, not sure of the name. Something like... Again, I don't want to insult him by just butchering his name. So... Anyway, I'm not familiar with his work. This is the first film of his I've seen. Again, I think it's his 4th feature-length film, and hey, he's won the Best Picture at Cannes, so good for him. I've definitely am interested to see more of his work after this. I've put some more of his things on my queue. The movie is about life. In simple terms, it's about a man dying of liver failure, liver cancer, something going on with his liver or kidney failure, I think, actually. So his kidneys are failing him and he is dying. And as he is dying, he apparently recalls his past lives. And he also has spirits of his dead wife and nephew come to visit him. Again, the story is, the film is just very surreal. Lots of weird things happen in the film. In fact, it's pretty much 2 hours of weird things. It is very Lynch-esque. I think very much so in both the use of colors and sound. It reminded me very much of the films of David Lynch. The more recent films. More so than the earlier work. It's gorgeous. I really think that the film is just a transition. It It's about the passage of life to death, and perhaps from death into life. If we are indeed recalling his past lives, and that's fine, then it's pretty explained. But there's time travel in this movie. There's fish sex in this movie. There's monkey men in this movie. It's very surreal. And I would kind of assume symbolic. But I think the whole point of the film is not to get wrapped up into it. Don't overanalyze it. I think it really is a slice of life. I think you should not try and overanalyze life. You should not try and overanalyze death. And you should not try and overanalyze this film. You should just let them happen, because they're going to, whether you like it or not. And I think to dissect this film, to give it meaning, is to hurt it, to kill it. I think, again, like a Lynch film, it works as a series of images meant to stir the emotions, whatever those might be. Now, could it mean something to the filmmaker? I'm sure that it does. He produced it, he wrote it, he directed it. So obviously this is a statement on his part, whether it's a moving dream or a vision, I don't know, or if it actually has a deeper meaning that that I don't see. But again, I think, you know, you spend like 3 or 5 minutes watching a woman cut up food to prepare dinner, and I think, you know, that's pretty much the film. The statement of the film is that spending 5 minutes preparing dinner is life, and it's beautiful. And even though you don't think about it, you take it for granted. The very fact that you're standing on this planet at this point in time and preparing food for people you love is something that's beautiful and best left unexplained or unanalyzed. And I think that's basically what this film, again, to me, that's the point of the film, is that you shouldn't try and make a point out of it. The film is just gorgeous. Is just gorgeous. There was the camera work is really kind of the star of the show here. Just gorgeous photography, gorgeous movement, lots of different camera tricks with focus and dual focus. There is no depth sometimes to the shot where there should be. Like, say you're standing looking at a forest and you're looking through the forest, deep into the forest. Obviously there's different levels of perspective there, but everything is flat. Everything is in focus sharply, so it's all packed into one single plane, and it gives it an illusionary sense. I mean, it's even kind of hard to describe. Even watching things move, like from the back of the scene to the front, without really changing focus or appear to move in a field of depth, is very, I don't know, it was maybe a little off-putting. I don't know, it just was unique. I thought it was a very interesting shot, and like, it happens a lot in the beginning of the film. Not so much towards the end. Then towards the end it becomes more unfocused, and more dark, more abstract. I wanted to point out, I think I was fascinated. Again, I wanted to try and figure out everything about the film. I stayed till the end of the credits. I think there were more clues, in a way, during the credits. There were 3 cinematographers on the film, 3 directors of photography. And I found that very interesting. And as I thought back over the film, I thought that it was pretty obvious, because there were many segments of the film that just looked totally different. And again, I think it's all about that passage, that journey. Again, it's the best movie I've seen this year so far. It's excellent. It's meditative. It's absolutely gorgeous. Seriously, you'll see every color in the spectrum in this film. Really, it's just beautiful. All of the people are beautiful. The camera isn't shy at all to just linger on anything here. Again, we watch a cow walk around for a while. We watch a talking fish turn a princess into a fish, I think. There's time travel in here. And as soon as they started time traveling, I was like, well, now it's pretty obvious. I shouldn't be thinking about it too much. You know, I should just let it happen. And I did let it happen, and it was a very rewarding experience. I want to see it again. I want to think about it. I've been thinking about it ever since I saw it. I really think it's fantastic. It's high art. Definition of high art. It was really good. I don't really know what else I can say about it. I hope I get to see it again and record another review. But I mean, I guess I'll settle on a 9. And the only reason I'm giving it a 9 is I don't want to give it a 10. You know, I don't want to I don't want to admit that it might be a 10 already. I just feel guilty about giving out 10s, but it's probably a 10. I can't wait to see it again, and if I see it again, I will settle on a score. But it's definitely the best movie I've seen so far this year. So that's Uncle Boonmee, who can recall his past lives. And it was an excellent film. Check it out. Thanks for watching.